And as always, all right, looks like that is live now. We're just gonna just imagine like music in your head for a few minutes while I get the rest of this set up. It's thinking about it. Oh, my computer is so slow. It's real bad. Hang on. All right, try it this way. And voila. Close that. Hmm, hmm. It's okay. Nobody's watching. So bright. So bright. Let me see if I can. Well, I know I can't fix it, but we will try to make it better. It is marginally better. Hooray. Okay. Boy. Yeah. So here we go on Instagram. And okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. Um, Thank you for tuning in. Um, I really don't know how long this video is going to go. I'm not sure. Hey, what's up, Rickman? Um, Not sure how long this is going to take, but we will get through it. Um, yeah. So I guess we'll just wait a few seconds for other people to join if they want to join. If you don't want to join, that's totally acceptable because we're not going to be doing much Lego tonight. So yeah, just quick content warning. Um, we're going to be talking about mass shootings. So if that's not the kind of content that you are searching for, that is totally fine. Feel free to skip this. But every year I say I'm going to make this video, and now I'm finally doing it. Now I'm finally getting all my thoughts out there. So if that's not your thing, go on. It's okay. I will not feel bad. Um, yeah. So I need. I guess I need to make like I've got the spoiler tag up. No spoilers right now. We're not going to be talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier or anything. Although I did just watch this week's episode. It was amazing. Um, I should have like a content warning sign. I think I'll make. Of course, I think of that as I'm about to dive into the content. Um, so yeah, this is really great timing on my part. Um, we will soldier on. Um, so yes, as some of you may or may not know, April 16th is the anniversary of the Virginia Tech massacre. Um, it was a terrible day. It was one of the worst days that school had. It was probably the worst day. Yeah, I was not on campus personally. I don't know anyone personally who lost their life or was injured. So I'm just going to be talking about the events of that day from my perspective, and um, that's how it's going to go. Uh, I also, again, I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but I've got some poly bags here if people won't show up later. Um, so yeah, if you stick around, I'll give away some poly bags. Um, I don't know. This is definitely like the wrong video to do that on, and like I don't generally like doing giveaways. I don't like participating in them. I don't like posting them because I feel like you just get a bunch of new followers that just come for the giveaway and then leave. Like I feel like if you like my builds, stay and enjoy the builds. If you don't like my builds, if you don't like what I'm all about, don't stay. That's totally fine. You do you. Um, I don't know. I just felt like giving away some polybags today, so maybe we'll do that later. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing even more than usual. Um, man, okay, here we go. Um, so that morning, um, we'll just go through this chronologically. That morning, I woke up. I did not have a morning class, so I woke up. I went to get on the bus to go to my. Well, I had a 10 a.m. class, whatever. Um, but not a 7 8 a.m. morning class. So I went to get on the bus, and the bus actually like it stopped and like at the bus stop, but and then the guy was like, "No, nobody's going. Campus is locked down." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." Um, but then my phone kind of blew up. Like, hey, are people like checking in, texting me saying, "Hey, are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then of course I went back home and turned on the news, and there it was. You know, was an ongoing situation that um, just ended badly for everyone. Hey, Aubrey, what's up? Um, just thank you for stopping by. Quick content warning. I don't know if you saw my stories, but we were talking about um, the mass shooting at Virginia Tech today, and we're going to talk about. My heart goes out to the people in Indiana. We're going to talk about that too. So if that's not your thing, not a problem. See you some other time. See you when I'm putting together some Lego. That's okay. Um, so anyway, what had happened that morning was that um, the shooter had shot a girl in her dorm, um, and then left like really early, like before campus. Yeah, um, yeah, I was a sophomore. I didn't have, I wasn't in that building. I wasn't on campus that morning, but yeah, crazy. So after the person had shot and killed a student in her dorm room, um, like, like I'm terrible with names, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. um, yeah, I apologize. But then he left, and the massacre on campus did not happen for a few hours later. And during that time, the administration of Virginia Tech sat around and dithered for 2 hours and didn't lock down the campus when they should have, didn't warn the students when they should have. And so 30 more people lost their lives as a direct result of not only the government, but of the administration's complete incompetence and unwillingness to act. And that semester, like that whole year, was crazy. What's up, Top Notch Lego? Um, quick content warning. Again, I should make a sign. Quick content warning. We're talking about the Virginia Tech shootings. If that's not your thing, no worries. So where was I? Yeah, that year had been crazy because on the very first day of the fall semester, they locked down the campus in the morning because there was a fugitive on the loose. Um, so, you know, they could have done it and they just decided not to. Um, they just sat around and were like, what are we going to do about this? They didn't want to close campus. Um, they didn't even notify anyone. Hey, Brick Princess Buttercup, what's up? Again, quick content warning. We're talking about the Virginia Tech shootings, and we're going to talk about mass shootings. That's not your thing? No worries. I will catch you later. Um, so anyway, yeah. So on the first day of that fall semester, they they were chasing this. fugitive that was like off campus. It wasn't even on campus. Um, I don't know. I don't remember where they caught him, but he was never on campus, and they locked down the campus regardless. So they could have done it, and they just did nothing. Um, and I'm still like really angry about that because none of them, President Steger, none of the administration suffered any kind of professional consequences for that. Like they should all have resigned in disgrace. Um, Steger definitely should have gone to jail. I don't know what for, but um, basically from that moment on, the administration went into damage control mode, and um, their entire goal was avoiding liability for any of this. And I forget what year it was, but they eventually settled with all the parents for an undisclosed amount of money, and that was that. But that day, after it had happened, after people realized what had happened that evening, when they gave that first press conference, there was a reporter. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. You look at a country like Australia, how they handled their mass shooting epidemic, and it is an epidemic. Um, they handled it. They banned guns, and the politicians. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard for all of us. You know. What's up, Cornado? Thanks for joining us. Quick content warning: we're talking about mass shootings. Um, if that's not your thing, no worries. Um, so yeah, you look at what Australia did um, as a as kind of a model, and all the politicians that got that legislation passed, they lost their jobs. They were voted out, um, but it was definitely worth it because they haven't had any mass shootings since then. Um, and again, someone in the comments will definitely correct me if I'm wrong. So go for it. So anyway, the administration, they sat around, they did nothing. Um, and where was I? We're in the evening now. Okay, we're in the evening. So that evening at the press conference, um, one of the reporters from the Collegiate Times, which is our campus newspaper, um, pressed the police chief, the campus police chief, why didn't you warn people? Why didn't you do this and that? And they never gave them a straight answer, obviously, um, because, they could have prevented this and didn't. Um, so if you even want to go further, further back before that, um, well, I don't. All right, we'll talk about that later. Um, all right, so we're on the evening of the day it happened. Um, yeah, I'm not sure the best way to talk about this, but anyway, we're locked down. Everyone has talked to their loved ones. Um, well, um, yeah, obviously. Okay, so the next day, if you know anything about Virginia Tech, it's a massive campus, 30,000 students minimum, like on a slow year, 30,000 students. Um, and the main section of campus is a large football-sized oval called the drill field, and it's just like an oval, and all the campus like there's an oval, and on one side there were like dorms, and on the other side to the north they're all like academic buildings, but it's massive, bigger than a football field, um, and the very like not even the next day, the whole drill field was lined with media, just media trucks as far as you can as far as you can see, and like because I went to campus the next day thinking I don't know what I was thinking, you know, could go do something, um, but there was just media everywhere, and their entire goal was finding a crying student, basically. None of them were asking the real questions of the administration. None of them really asked ever really asked the administration these questions. Um, so that's what I wish they had done. Dex blocks, what's up? Quick content warning: we're talking about the Virginia Tech shooting. So if that's not your thing, no worries. You know, go enjoy any of my other builds. So okay, so that was the next day. After that, I just didn't go anywhere for like a week. I just stayed in my apartment. Um, I was hello Dexbox. I was fortunate enough to live off campus, so not fortunate. I don't know, whatever. I lived off campus. It was cheaper, um, and I just stayed in my apartment like all week. You know, um, yeah. So that was the day of. Um, what happened as a result of that um, is the same thing that we see happening um, kind of after after the police basically kill somebody. We've seen a lot of that lately, like way too much. After that happens, the police generally get um, a mandate for better training, and with that mandate, they get a budget increase, and that doesn't solve the problem at all. And it didn't solve the problem at Tech because, again, the campus police got a massive budget increase, and um, the the direct result of this was that they had this Segway that they were super proud of. It was a police Segway, but it wasn't like the normal Segway where it had like, a light on the front. It was like all solid in the front. It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like this freaking mall security campus Segway. Um, and the other thing they did, um, aside from putting locks on all the buildings, like finally, um, was they had this new like VT alerts system. If you guys have seen The Office, if you remember that episode where Ryan starts Woof, where basically you get sent a text, a call, a fax, like a voicemail. You get all those things at once, and that's what VT alerts was designed to do. And it cost millions of dollars, and it was a terrible failure. Like the first two times that they tried to test it out, which included um, a report of like somebody, I don't know who, had set off fireworks in a dumpster outside a residential hall, and somebody reported that as a shooting and tried to use the VT alert system, and nothing, didn't work. So I don't know. It was a whole lot of waste and nonsense. Didn't address any of the real issues. Nobody ever took responsibility for anything. Um, and then um, that that fall, it almost happened again. This is something that you'll never hear about. Like hardly anyone in the media talks about this when they talk about this story. Certainly, no one in the tech administration wants to talk about it. Um, but again, this it almost happened again um, in December, November or December. There was a student named Daniel Kim, and Daniel Kim was also Korean. And after the shootings, he became very depressed. He thought that people would mistake him for Cho. Um, as far as I know, this was not the case, but um, it's if you get that thought in your mind, um, sometimes you need professional help resolving that. And he reached out to the Student Service Center Um, in the same way that Cho also reached out to the Student Service Center and nothing was done. Daniel Kim lived off campus. All they did was send the police to go knock on his door once. That was it. Um, the police ever the police like they didn't even have the right Daniel Kim at first. They just they knocked. They found there's more than one Daniel Kim, so they just went around until they found the correct one. Like that's how little like they cared about him. Um, so Daniel Kim um, again was afraid of being mistaken for Cho, was afraid of being treated that way, and that winter he took his own life in a parking lot. Um, but he could have easily done it the same way Cho did. Um, and again, nothing, as far as I know, has happened at Tech. No administrator ever suffered personal consequences as a result of any of this tragedy happening. Um, yeah, people say people use the hashtag 32 um, to indicate the number of victims that died that day. But I use the hashtag 33 because you have to include Daniel Kim in this. Some people include Cho in this because he did not get the treatment that he needed. And actually, in the days after, in the immediate aftermath of the shooting, um, there was an attempt made to have a small memorial for Cho, separate from the rest. Wasn't huge, but it was extremely vandalized, um, as one can imagine. So that is the story of that day. Um, it still makes, it's been what, 14 years? It still makes me really angry. Um, because, like I said, like just in the way that people, municipalities respond to police abusing their power. The answer is always more training, more money. No. Um, if anything, we've seen in the last week, um, we've seen that more police is not the answer. You know, and now I guess like I can't believe I can't believe that there was another mass shooting in Indianapolis last night. Like, um, and really the detail that I think a lot of people are overlooking in that story is that none of the employees had their phones on the floor. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what kind of dystopian nightmare do you have to work in that you can't have your phone with you? Um, that's how you know that you need a union. Um, because, like, I couldn't imagine, like, did they just not give everyone their phones back? Because the company, like, paid for a hotel to house family members that were there looking for their loved ones because they didn't get their phones back right away immediately. Like that's like the most insane. Like I can't imagine that. If I knew someone there, not being able to get in touch with them, or in general. Um, so I don't know. I guess we are at the end now. I guess that didn't really take as long as I thought it would. Um, anyway, um, the thing we have to do is we have to um, first study abolition, because if you once you start looking into alternatives to policing, um, nobody has all the answers yet. But there are people out there that are working on developing those answers. And I think it's important to be um, either part of the conversation or um, at least be aware of the conversation, at least listen. Uh, yeah. I'm gonna stall for a few more seconds here. The other thing we need to do is from your local city council on upward, you know, talk to your city council, say no more money for police, no more money for tanks and guns. If you look at the response to the police shooting, um, and again, hang on, let me find this thing real quick because I know. Yeah, no, please clarify, Brick Princess. Um, I have I have thoroughly derailed myself multiple times, but I know a lot of those politicians, like they were voted out. They, they did the correct thing. They did the right thing. Um, but it was my understanding that most of them were voted out, either in the next cycle or soon after. Um, yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's easy to get it's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to get burned out, um, and it's okay to like pause and step back and not engage with this like every moment of the day because it is like all over. It's all over my feed. Although I haven't kind of set it up that way. Um, you never know now, and this is encouraging to me. Like I follow a ton of cosplayers, and Tim Fisher, huh? Do you mean like personal backlash, like people showing up to his house? Because I would not doubt that. Um, so I don't know. It's okay to pause, but it's important that people um, keep doing these small things to move this forward. And I'm optimistic for the same reason that I knew it was going to be a landslide against Trump in 2020 because there are a lot more good people doing the work, doing what they needed to do. Um, and, I think eventually we are going to get there. Um, but it's still going to be hard in the meantime. And we can't look away or ignore this. Oh, farmers and hunters. Yeah. I'll bet it stands to reason that they would be the most against this, under the blanket umbrella of having to procure food, having to defend their land. Um, so yeah. Um, what country are you in the UK, Brick Princess Buttercup? I'm just curious. Like, I don't want to like talk about your country because I don't. I've never been to Australia. I would love to go someday. They have one of the best um, search and rescue slash um, uh, beach patrol drone programs in the world. Um, man, I can't think of the name now. Um, I don't know. That and drone SAR Chile. Those are like on my bucket list of SAR drone programs to visit. Um, yeah, it's there. Australia. Yeah, see, I'm stupid. So don't, feel free to correct me literally at any time. It's okay. Um, I'm not gonna, I don't know everything. I barely know things about my own country, so please do not let me, like, don't let me get away with that. Um, all I know about Australia is the drone rescue program and that Lego Masters season 3 is premiering on Monday. I don't know how I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna try to watch it. And yeah. So anyway, the mass shooting that just happened, or the Duan, man, I know I'm gonna butcher his name, so I'm gonna look it up. Um, Duante Wright. Um, if you look at the response to that shooting by the police, um, they immediately like ran the thin blue line flag up their flagpole, and they showed up to the vigil in riot gear, tear gas, pepper spray, shooting rubber bullets um, directly in people's faces, targeting journalists so that there wouldn't be a record of this. And this is the fascism that we're fighting now. Um, it's out of the White House. Now it's in our communities as police. Okay. All right. It's all right. We're good. We're good. Season 4 or 5 US. Why not season 3? You know what? Brickman, even if you don't want to, even if you don't think you're ready, I would still apply for season 3. Like, I didn't think I was ready, and I was not. Um, but I still um, applied for season 2 because they were just casting a wide net, and it was a good experience to go through the process. So, um, yeah. But yeah, that's we're gonna stall for a few more minutes. Anyway, I'm looking forward to season 2. Oh, still in school. Well, you don't know when they're gonna shoot it. Last year they shot it, or season 1 they shot in the winter. Season 2 they shot also technically in the winter. So I just destroyed my own point. Um, but yeah, school's important. School comes first. Um, yeah, and you, dude, you're young. You're gonna have so much time to go on Lego Masters. Like you'll get there eventually. Me, I don't have time. I'm old. I gotta I gotta get on my horse. So see, that's how old I am. All right. Um, this I don't know. I thought about. I'm just building this. This is for Brickanista and Depot. I think again, terrible with names. Um, they're rebricking the drone, the cyber drone set, um, and that's due by Sunday. I think they're going to show them on Sunday, so I'm going to try to finish this up um, tomorrow. So it's just kind of a little robot kind of person who's got a jetpack and wings. I'm going to fix these arms. I don't quite like that. I'll do that later. Um, anyway, um, sorry about all the rambling. I definitely should have organized this better, but every time I sat down to try to organize it, I just couldn't have. I don't want people to think I'm not taking this extremely seriously because it is extremely serious. Um, but I guess that's really all I have to say about it for now. Go talk to your reps. Go show up somewhere, and yeah, that's it. All right, let's give away some polybags. Screw it. It's really on the fence about this, but well, why not? Um, It's a really heavy topic. Let's spread some joy. So there's some poly bags here, and I guess I've seen. I guess there's two people in the chat. If there's anyone else in the chat, put something in the chat so I know you're here because I can't see like who's actually watching right now. And we'll get you into the drawing. Um, Spoiler alert: I have more than one poly bag. I definitely have like more poly bags than viewers. Um, so yeah. Um, what did I just do? I can't fix. All right, I'm gonna stop messing with it. Um, so yeah, I guess yeah, if you guys want a poly bag, just let me know which one you want here. We've got um, this city one with the manta ray. Pretty sweet. Got a little coral seaweed. We've got this is the new Speed Champions McLaren Elba. Um, Here we've got this is a very cool one. This is the new Raya poly bag. Um, yeah, it's these this has like the fewest pieces of all the poly bags, but they are all amazing. So this new titanium mini mech. This is a very cool build. I built it last night while I was just screwing around, and yeah, pretty sweet. And then finally we have the new official Logan poly bag. So yeah, Logan poly bag. Um, yeah. Anyway, if you're watching this and you want one, just DM me. Yeah, the Raya one, like all the Raya sets are like all killer, no filler. Like you want to talk about like the French have this concept in writing called le juste mot. That means the right word, where every word, every note is perfectly placed and balanced, and that's what these Raya sets are. I put together this. I put together the Ryan CC Dragon, and they're more expensive. I'm probably not gonna get that boat set because it's like way too expensive for the part count. Um, but just looking at the box, the boat set and the big castle, all killer, no filler. Um, oh yeah, and it even has like it has a little monkey in it. But yeah, I probably won't get the other two, just because of like budgetary reasons. But yeah, they're good. Anyway, if you want a polybag, DM me. Um, Look at this. I brought my D12 and I brought my D20. This is what you call optimism, right? Like, uh, just even the D12 is like optimistic, but it's okay. Nobody should watch this content. Um, but I guess we will leave it there for the night, unless anyone else has something they want to say or ask. Um, but yeah, if you're watching this, DM me if you want a polybag. And I will go. I have to go finish one of the like 50 massive builds that I have to finish before the end of this month. Um, One of them, like, I'm still waiting on. I want to talk about this one I'm working on, but I can't yet because I don't have all the pieces because certain people on Bricklink don't know what expedited shipping is, but it's fine. Here, I'll give you guys a preview. Here's a preview of something really important I'm working on. But other than that, yeah, so many. There's this thing. Um, this thing is like, yeah, it's almost done though, so that's fine. I'm just waiting on the parts. Then there's one I have to have ready for the 23rd, and one I have to have ready on the 28th for the ideas you're building a Lego house contest. Um, and then we'll think about other things. And I got to finish my chaos build too. So, anyway. All right, I'm just rambling again. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for watching this in the future, wherever you are in the future, at any time. Um, Apologies to the nation of Australia, which I know nothing about, but I hope to visit someday. Um, and that's it. That's all I got. I hope you all have a great night. Go build something fun. Go spread some joy. You too, YouTube. Take care. I think I did this correctly.